Back on our Buckeye Talk videos. Make sure you're trying our text at 614-350-3315 for a free trial for 2 weeks. You can read us at cleveland.com/OSU, and you can listen to the Buckeye Talk podcast 5 days a week. Doug Lesmerises with Nathan Baird and Stephen Means. We're making outrageous predictions for Ohio State, Arkansas State on Saturday in Ohio Stadium. Stephen Means, what's your outrageous prediction?
So this defense that Jim Knowles brought with him from Oklahoma State is designed to, one, make quarterbacks think more than they should, but then also turn the ball over. And they didn't necessarily do that last week. And a lot of that is because Notre Dame played a little bit more conservative. They only threw it 18 times, if I'm remembering that correctly. There just wasn't enough opportunities to do some stuff like that. I think Jim Knowles might dial some stuff up this week that leads to some turnovers. And so I am saying that not only do they get turnovers, but they lead the points. And so the Ohio State's defense contributes 14 points to Ohio State's total score of 77. I said this final score would be 77-7.
You think that's Ohio State, like defenders getting in the end zone? That's fumble recoveries, that's pick sixes, that kind of thing.
Which last year, as bad as that defense was, they had like a streak of like 4 or 5 straight games where that was the case of them getting defensive touchdowns. So it's possible.
All right, Nathan Baird, what's your outrageous prediction?
Trying to find ways to tweak this and make it more outrageous. There were 4 games last year where Ohio State scored at least 44 or more points in the first half. I'm predicting them to win this game 49-10. There was, even the Michigan State game, it was 49-0. So saying that they're going to be up 42-0 at halftime is not that outrageous. I think that Ryan Day has been aggressive in the past in games that he knows he can put away early. This team is banged up a little bit, whether it's Whippler or Smith and Jigba or Fleming or any other guys that we may not even know about. I think they want to get more depth into this game than they were able to do in the first week. So I'm saying 42-0 at halftime, and Arkansas State 4 or fewer first downs in the first half.
4 or fewer first downs in the first half. Okay. I'm going to say big game for TreVeyon Henderson. I'm going to say the 4th 3-touchdown game of TreVeyon Henderson's career. He had 3 on the ground against Tulsa last year. Then he had 2 rushing touchdowns and a receiving touchdown against Maryland, and 2 rushing touchdowns and a receiving touchdown against Indiana. I'm going to say 3 rushing touchdowns for TreVeyon Henderson. Mayan Williams was the guy who iced that game last week against Notre Dame and carried the load at the end of the touchdown drive that put it away. TreVeyon Henderson had started that drive, but they basically had equal carries last week. And I just think maybe this is a game where the explosiveness of TreVeyon Henderson is showcased a little bit more against, a defense that's not as good as Notre Dame's. And maybe they just want to make sure they feed TreVeyon inside the red zone because, they split the carries pretty much last week. Once TreVeyon started the game, they almost went back and forth a lot, just series to series. So maybe that's what they're going to do. But I think it would be advantageous for everybody involved for TreVeyon Henderson to eat a little bit against Arkansas State on Saturday. Read our coverage at cleveland.com/OSU. Noon, Arkansas State versus Ohio State in Ohio Stadium. Thanks for watching a Buckeye Talk video.